Hello, it's a pleasure having you on my channel. For those of you that are tuning in for your very first time, my name is Emmanuel Musasizi. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share 3 of the 7 kinds or spheres of wealth that you need to have. All right? I know a lot of times when we talk about wealth, many times people think in terms of money. They think that wealth is money. But the reality of the matter is that actually money, and I'll share this in another video, I always tell people that money does not exist. Money is in your head, all right? So in in these 2 videos, I'll be sharing what I consider to be wealth that a human being should possess, all right? And the stuff I'm going to be sharing is stuff I learned from one of my revered mentors, Dr. Miles of Blessed Memories. And in fact, let me say this, I really recommend that you go and, listen to his stuff, read his stuff. He wrote several books in his lifetime. And now let's get into the first kind of wealth that you need to have. And it is spiritual wealth, all right? The Bible talks about it as richness toward God, all right? So it doesn't matter how much you possess in life. Life is spiritual, all right? So it's important that you have a healthy relationship with God. That's why the Bible tells us in the book of Mark chapter 8, verse 36, that what shall it profit a man to gain this whole world, yet lose his own soul? So it's very important that you have a healthy relationship with God. If you haven't given your life to Christ, please do. Because as I said earlier on, life is spiritual and life is eternal. So the issue just remains where you're going to spend eternity. So if you want to spend eternity with God, then you have to give your life to Christ. And then the next one is the solico wealth. Solico wealth. Solico, to come from soul. Now, your soul comprises of your will, your mind, and your emotions. All right. So I normally tell people that the quality of your life is dependent on the quality of your mind. All right. The things that you feed your mind on. So this is very important. And I always give an example of a certain village. There's a certain village where there's a treasure on a very tall tree, all right? And every person used to get scared of climbing that tree. And then one day, there was a guy that was found climbing that tree, and he was continuing to go up and up and up. So people gathered and, they clapped, tried to stop him from going up. They clapped, they shouted, but he kept on going up. He kept on going up until he got onto the treasure, picked it, and then came down with it. That guy became a hero now in that community. And, when people tried to interact with him, they found out that actually that guy was deaf. So the point I'm trying to put across is that whatever gets into your mind controls you. So it's very important that you take care of your soul, all right? And you see, God gave us, when you're born, you were born with an empty mind, all right? And then later on, what happens in life is that whatever you feed your mind on is what you become. So it's very important that you feed your mind on things that are pro your destiny, all right? Feed your mind on books. If you're Christian, feed your mind on the Word of God, so that they will determine, because that's later on what will determine the quality, the kind of life that you will live. So it's very, very important to take care of your soul. And then the last one for this episode is your physical wealth, all right? Now, it doesn't matter how much you have on the bank account. If you are sick, then you're not wealthy, all right? I want you to imagine a person who has billions of money on their account, but he's dying. Or in other words, a dying man does not need money, all right? A dying man needs life. So it's very important that you take good care of your body. All right, you need to mind the things that you take in your body. Okay, you need to do some exercises. All right, it's very important for your physical health, because it doesn't matter how much you possess in terms of assets. Don't just eat anything, don't just eat anyhow. You need to take good care of your body. You need to do some exercises, and then don't take in toxins, don't take in things that you know will negatively impact your life, your physical health. All right. And as I get done with this point, I think we remember, and of course, a number of wealthy people have died, and they've left a lot of money uh, on their bank accounts. I'm remembering a guy, Steve Jobs. All right, brilliant guy, very wealthy guy. He had lots of billions of dollars on the account, but now when he was struck by sickness, by cancer, all right, uh, the money wouldn't help. So you see, um, physical health is very important for us. So it's very important that you take good care of your physical health, because health is wealth. All right. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I cannot wait to see you at my next episode, the second episode, where I'll be getting done with the remaining four spheres of wealth that you should possess, that you should pursue in life.